Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the SW Fight Hub YouTube channel after a 9-day hiatus. We're back in business. Unfortunately, there isn't too much boxing to chat about this weekend, but we've got some UFC 311 action to talk about after this. But there is some boxing. Of course, Jay and Liam are with me to talk about it. We don't normally cover the Misfits side of things, do we, boys? But we've invested interest in Mr. Darren Till making his promotion debut on this one. He's fighting another MMA fighter in Anthony Taylor. He's, of course, previously fought in Bellator, amongst other organizations as well. Till has moved to the world of boxing. We know he's training with Joe McNally, Declan O'Rourke, David Thunder. Liam Smith's been in and around him all week. You know, we're hearing that they're doing great rounds of sparring. They can't talk any more highly of Darren Till down at the Rotunda, so I'm expecting big things from him tomorrow. We saw that bit of a farcical fight he had in Dubai, wasn't it, where there was a mass brawl that erupted in the ring afterwards. But this, I guess, is his real boxing debut, should we say, because that was just a bit of a joke of a fight. Not to say that this one might not be a joke of a fight in the end, but Taylor's been the distance with Tommy Fury, whatever that's worth. He's the champion, I believe, at the weight in Misfits. And, you know, he is a fighter. You know, he's got MMA experience. He had quite a few of these Misfits fights where he beat Anderson Silva's son last time out. So, you know, take it for what it is.
Beat Chris Alvear, didn't he, as well, recently?
Yeah, he beat a few of the...
He can fight. Look, the kid's a proper fighter.
He's experienced. One thing about him is his experience, isn't it?
He's not an influencer, you know. He's an MMA fighter. His boxing's not that good. He likes to hold a lot. He's got very short arms. He's pretty short as well. One thing I will say, though, you know, Darren Till has been training with Rotunda for 2 years now, but they're hardly going to turn around and say he's shit and he's ill-prepared anyway.
There is that into it.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But I do genuinely think that he is living a boxer's life now. I think he is training boxing full-time. I've seen him on pads. I mean, he's got Muay Thai experience anyway. That's his original skill set, isn't it? He was a kickboxer that then went to Brazil because he got stabbed. Met someone there, so he made his home there and just embraced everything about Brazilian jiu-jitsu culture. But ultimately, he's a striker. And back before he got, you know, people like to focus on him getting knocked out by Masvidal and submitted by Dricus. But before that, you know, Darren was a man. Say what you want. He went toe-to-toe with Wonderboy. Anybody that can go toe-to-toe striking with Wonderboy is good. And I don't mean like Tyron Woodley did and negate what he's got and it be a bore fest. I'm talking about Till went strike for strike with him.
Yeah,
you know,
made it a good fight, really entertaining fight, wasn't it?
Till could keep Taylor at the end of his jab for however many rounds it is and just box his head off.
It's interesting you say that because I actually think that'll be the tactic. You know, he's much taller than him. He's naturally a bigger guy than him. I think that if Till boxed to game plan, he could easily just win at a canter, but worry about Till's.
He likes to fight, though, doesn't he?
You know, he kind of sees the red mist almost when he gets hit. We've seen it so many times. Obviously, us three followed his UFC career for many years, so we've seen the highs and the lows of Darren Till. You know, we've seen the Wonderboy fight, like you said, Jay, in Liverpool. We've seen him get absolutely flatlined by Jorge Masvidal. You know, we saw the Dricus fight in his last UFC performance. Derek Brunson as well, wasn't it?
Move that, Liam. They're not sponsoring us, brother.
Yeah, come on.
No free advertising on it, man.
Oh, Jam's Boxing Chat's in the house. Big up, Jam. Hope you're well, my friend. Big up, Boxing Media Hub. Yeah, look, go on, Liam, before... go on
the fence, why don't you, Jam?
Sorry, mate.
I was saying, sit on the fence. Why don't you?
Yeah. Let your thoughts up. Go on, then, Liam. Give us a little thought before we go into the predictions.
Mate, I mean, look, the main reason we're giving this Misfits fight any airtime this weekend is because we're starved of any other boxing. Realistically, if we're going to be really honest. Yes, we have a vested interest in Darren Till. We all followed his MMA career. We all, you know, probably thought he was going to become the next English champion after Bisping at one point, but we never quite got there with him, did he? He sort of fell short against Woodley, then injuries and other issues, and he fell away, and now he's in this world.
Yeah.
Reality is Anthony Taylor moved into this world because he wasn't getting the offers from MMA. He saw the bright lights of Misfits and how much money it could pay and how he could sort of have his way without ever really having to apply himself in the same way as he was in MMA.
He followed, so just a quick one, sorry, Liam, it leads into what you're saying. If he literally followed events round, shouting at press conferences until eventually he got on the card.
Yeah. So he's made a name for himself. He's picked up the middleweight Misfits belt. I think it is for whatever it's worth. I mean, it's you get it in a box of cereal. It's all a load of crap at the end of the day. But he's made a name for himself in this sort of sphere, hasn't he? Tommy Fury lost. He came out of that Tommy Fury fight saying, "Well, Tommy's a proper boxer, so of course I was going to."
I hate this narrative. You're a real boxer. You should,
Yeah. But at the end of the day, like you say, Darren Till's been at Rotunda. He's been around the Smith brothers. He's been with O'Rourke and McNally for a couple of years now. So yes, they're not going to say he's shit, but equally, they're not going to waste their time on a MMA fighter that wants to be a boxer if there's not shown some level of potential, especially after the debacle in Dubai, where Darren threw more punches after
the fight was over
in the brawl than in the actual fight. They obviously saw enough in him to go, no, we're going to stick with him. We're going to invest in the journey. We're going to keep with whatever this is going to be. So, money plays a big part. I'm absolutely sure. I fully expect, like Jam says here, Darren Till to win convincingly. A big thing in Misfits is because it's only 2-minute rounds, it's similar to a female fight. You don't always see the knockout. So I haven't seen enough of Misfits to know if we're going to see a knockout in this, but I'm backing Darren Till quite comprehensively, if I'm being really honest about it.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're right. Jam's absolutely nothing else on. Yeah, I'll make my prediction then. Are you going with a stoppage, Liam, for Till, are you?
Yeah, I'll go stoppage. I think it's an 8-rounder, so let's go between 5 and 7 just because of the 2-minute rounds.
Yeah, I've been out the loop with the fight week festivities, but I did see a little clip of the face-off at the press conference yesterday. I saw that Till pushed him in the face earlier and all that.
That was at the weigh-in, wasn't it?
Yeah, Darren looked embarrassed to be there yesterday at the press conference face-off. I don't know if either of you have seen it, but he wouldn't even do it. He was like, wearing like an embarrassed smile. He wouldn't even like face off with Anthony Taylor. He kind of like almost looked like it hit him, like,
he's a proper fight. Look, Darren's a proper fight. Look, Darren's a mixed martial artist of the highest caliber, irrespective of what some people may or may not think about him. Right? He's a proper mixed martial artist. He went to Brazil. He speaks fluent Portuguese. He completely embraced the culture, embraced MMA. He's jumped into something, and I don't think he's thought it through. And I think, like you said, he had an embarrassed look on his face. I think he's realised that, it's good money, but this isn't what I'm about. This is not what Darren Till's about. Darren Till is a real fighter.
Yeah. I think that... Go on, Liam, sorry.
Sorry. He's sort of talked about... he slags Misfits off to high heaven, didn't he, when it was first mentioned to him? I think that was late 2023, and he's obviously... At that point, he was still talking about getting back into the UFC, wasn't he? Getting back into MMA. And for whatever reason... that door's closed to him, whether he doesn't want to put the effort in and go through being an unranked fighter again or whatever it is, he's decided to move away from that. So, look, the face-off, like you say, he looks embarrassed yesterday. He done full Tyson Fury before the first Usyk fight where he just stared straight ahead rather than engage. And that's sort of on a very different level. He does look embarrassed, but if you're Darren Till now, you slagged off the promotion but being given an opportunity and being kept as main event after Tommy Fury pulling out,
they are good friends outside. He barely knows him, Jams. I don't know where you've got that from.
So he needs to perform now tomorrow night, because for the Misfits brand, if Anthony Taylor wins, it just keeps the Misfits show rolling and the gravy train that is Anthony Taylor on it moving.
I saw them beefing for a while, I think, on X.
Yeah, I don't think they're good. I don't think they're good friends. I've seen them have several conversations, but
I think this is a problem, though, for Darren. And I do believe that there is part of the reason why Fury pulled out, because there was good noise coming out about Till in the gym. I do think that is a thing, but I also think this is going to go against Till tomorrow night. I think the Fury fight was a big pay-per-view. It would have been a sold-out arena. Would have been paid an absolute fortune for it. He's probably getting a fraction of it.
It'd be an anticlimax tomorrow.
Yeah, he's getting a fraction of it. Is the motivation going to be there? Till is quite a volatile character at the best of times. It would be quite Darren Till-esque to go and lose to Anthony Taylor tomorrow. And I don't mean that with any disrespect. Yeah, no. That's kind of the way his career has gone so far.
It would be more, it would be more followed a Darren Till path for him to lose tomorrow than to win, even though he should win it. Everything.
I think he'll suplex him or something stupid.
I mean, he'll do. The biggest fear tomorrow.
Yeah, I saw that Jams where he said they were friends, but they're not friends. He said, we're friends, we know each other, but they're not buddies. Till he'll punch his head in.
Mate, the biggest fear tomorrow is it becomes an absolute
They're
farce.
not like friends in the way in early. He pushed him right in the face.
Darren Till resorts to MMA tactics. If he's like 6 rounds in and frustrated, he will resort to something stupid.
Well, he's going to get frustrated, isn't he? Anthony Taylor's a notorious
for holding. He's a spoiler.
Spoiler. Till's not gonna put up with that. He'll put up with that for a couple of rounds and then he'll knee him or something. He'll lose his temper at some point. That's one thing, like you said, Sam. He's a volatile character. He has a volatile personality. You never know what he's going to do next.
Yeah. 100%. Both of them are fighting for a KSI fight. Jam, I completely agree with that. He's looking for an opponent. If Till beats Taylor in style, then he's a big enough name to get this sort of KSI thing going.
Well, Taylor was meant to fight KSI last year.
Yeah, he was.
That's already been made once, so you can see that happening again.
Yeah, definitely. I think Till's going to win, as I'm sure Liam said that already. I think he's going to win on a points decision. I think Taylor knows his way around enough to get through the fight, and I actually think it might be closer than. I'll probably get a bit of stick for this. I actually think it'll be closer than a lot of people call it. Is it an 8-rounder?
I think it's 8 rounds. That's
ultimately it's going to be
like 5-3 or something like that.
I think it's just going to be really difficult to score because of the spoiling.
It'll be a horrible fight. It'd be horrible.
It's going to be shit to watch.
Yeah,
but,
it will be horrible.
There. But yeah, I'm going Till UD.
Yeah. I honestly think that Taylor, his ambition, we'll see it straight away, and you'll know whether he's there to survive and say he went the distance with Till, or whether he's actually got any ambition to win, because he talks a good game, to be fair to him, but
he does that every fight though, doesn't
he?
Yeah,
he does. That's what he did against Tommy Fury when they fought years ago. So if he has some ambition, he might be able to win.
And, he did it in MMA, but I think his record's 50-50 in MMA. I think he's got nearly as many losses as he has wins, and he always talks up a great fight. He got my interest. I was intrigued in MMA before any of this. Misfits didn't exist. I first saw him in Bellator, I believe, and he fought. It might be Ricky Bandejas, the kid that beat Gallagher. I think it was something like that. But I thought, who's this kid? Because he was shit talking, and it started at a press conference and he's shit talking, and that always sparks my interest. Someone's shit talking because you want to see if they can back it up or not, don't you? You either want to see them fall flat on the face or do the polar opposite and back up their shit talk. Anyway, he didn't back up his shit talk. He spoiled, and and the crowd were booing, etc. He does that every single fight. In the build up, I'm the man, I'm this, I'm that, I'll do this, I'll do that, and then ultimately he looks to survive for however many rounds because he hasn't got a lot of power. He's not that good in the clinch because his arms are too short. And against someone like Darren Till, I bet Darren Till's 4 inches taller than him and has like a 6-inch reach. It'll be something crazy. So, and Darren Till's a Muay Thai specialist, so he can't Thai clinch him. I don't know if you're allowed to do that in Misfits. I don't know if it's Queensbury rules as such, but he's not going to be able to out-grapple, out-maneuver Darren Till. His footwork's not going to be as quick. I just don't see, other than catching Darren Till unawares and flatlining him, that I don't see any way that he beats Darren Till. And if I'm wrong, I'll hold my hands up. You guys know, I'm wrong a lot of times, and but I just don't believe that this is going to be one of those times. I think Till takes it convincingly on points.
Yeah, so you got myself and Jay think Till will win on a decision. Liam's got Darren Till via stoppage. Jam's boxing chat in the chat as well. Boxing Media Hub said the same as Liam. We'll see tomorrow night. I think the ring walk scheduled for around about 10 p.m. UK time. We will do the live watch along for it, as there is nothing else on. We probably would have done it if there was other things on, to be fair. We'll watch anything, but we're going to be back for what is the real card of tomorrow. Very co-main event and the main event of UFC 311. Catch us same time, same place. 2 minutes. We'll be there for Merab Dvalishvili versus Umar Nurmagomedov. Bantamweight gold on the line for